What's going on, family? Here's another Charleston White series. It is amazing how people get so much money or make money off of ignorance and propaganda. Now I'm gonna show you exactly what makes people, I guess, I don't know, go viral or just the ignorant shit that they say. But listen to this video and tell me what you think about this.
Jamaican.
I'm black.
You Jamaican.
No.
You Jamaican. What's the difference?
Okay, describe the difference.
If I go to
What color is my skin? What color is my skin?
Yellow.
Okay, and it derived from?
Even white derived from black. Even white derived from black. All colors in the color spectrum come from black. But y'all have been classified as Jamaicans. We still haven't been identified nor classified. We were just given a color.
When I fill out paperwork here in the States, it doesn't say Jamaican anywhere.
But
Now I had to stop this for the simple fact that what he just said was totally ridiculous. Now, one particular time we call ourselves black people. We not classified in no legalities as being considered black. That's used the stuff they used to ask on the application. Black, white, Hispanic. Those was identification on what color you was, not our identity. Now I can understand the point about knowing our true identity in America due to the fact of the way they did a reset, erase, and totally written in the paperwork in order to reclassify us and change us who we are. I can admit and agree on that this was done intentionally. And even to the point about them bringing people from Africa. People already lived in the West Indies. They didn't bring nobody there. They went on and enslaved the people that was already there on the island. They didn't have to bring anybody on the islands in Jamaica and Trinidad. And they came and they raped the women and had offspring that also, and that's how everybody migrated, and that's how Chinese and every other species or any other landmass that became more white populated or lighter complected people. But blacks always been first. Then you got to go back to the monastic when Pope Nicholas did the Papal Bull. So when they did the Papal Bull up under religious set about anybody that's not up under this particular worship are considered heathens, that goes for every person, every island, everything. Even that one particular tribe that's out there in the wilderness that they do not mess with because there's nothing out there for them to steal. Every aspect from Africa to America, every landmass they took it because of their resources. Resources. They overpowered, they dominated, they did everything buck breaking, they broke it, period. They broke his ancestors. And they still breaking us today with dividing us on ignorance and low IQ scores and fighting against each other just to put some money in your pocket. That's all it is. You sell your own mama out for some money. And we got to stop doing this song and dance and this clown shit just to get likes and views and make some money. I mean, I want everybody to be economically successful, have things that they need. But we can all do that together on a positive tip in order to build and create a nation instead of constantly keep putting each other down and talking about stuff that don't really make any sense. Because a black person in America and a Jamaican, the only difference between the two is one was in Jamaica and another one's in America. That's it. They got their language because they was colonized up under the French. and the British. So they speak in broken English, no different than we got caught by Europeans, and we speak American. They still was up under British rule. We wasn't up under British rule. We broke off in the Revolutionary War and it became its own entity over here in America. But it's still by the same thing, by the Pope. But let me go continue.
Black it's not a person. That's not a noun. That's more of an adjective, isn't it? Look, how can you describe me as being black? You have a name. You're Jamaican.
You're American.
Well, I'm black American.
Okay, I'm black Jamaican.
Hey, don't say that. You're making something up now. Don't say that. Our paperwork, we have to.
See, ignorant shit. You just said yourself as an adjective. That means it's something that identifies something. This man get on here just to have conversation and to be ignorant. You saying one thing, but you want to argue. Black American, Black Jamaican, Black Trinidadian, Black Mexican. It's the color of your skin that identify you who you is and what continent or wherever you come from. Why he making this different? Yeah, check this out.
We have to check something. When you go back home, you don't check nothing. You're automatic Jamaican. Right. I'm not automatic American. I'm automatic black. Black people aren't American. We had to be given American rights. See what I'm saying? So when we say black, we talking us. Y'all think.
See, now that's stupid. If we live in America, even though we black, we are Black American. Regardless of how the system may treat us or the thing that they do because of ignorance, because of lack of knowledge of self or law. That's the only reason why we continue to be in this particular mind frame or standards. Because it's too many of us talking against each other and not working with each other. Europeans work with each other. That's the reason why they're able to keep their little power as long as they have, because of their unity. This nigga here, I don't know why he always acting like he's very intelligent, and I think he do it on purpose. I honestly think that he just do stupid ass shit on purpose. He one of them court justices.
Yes. Don't y'all got Jamaican food?
Yeah.
Don't y'all have a Jamaican culture?
Yes.
We don't.
American culture.
What's
In Texas, you have soul food. Barbecue.
That's our culture. That slave didn't barbecue. So slave didn't barbecue. Slave.
See, he going to the slave. You don't know what the fuck they did. I mean, even though they even did what they did, they found time to do things on their own. See, that's the type of mindset that he need to stop trying to perpetrate into into intellectual conversation that shows you have no knowledge about self or whatever. No matter what blacks always went through, they found a way to enjoy themselves. Even to this day. Things may have been hard, but they survived. They made it through, and this at where we at right now. You know, slavery is a mind frame. Now, whatever the system that they had from chattel slavery to Jim Crow to this shit now, that's a system that you forced up under. The slavery is a mindset. People knew the situation and had to do whatever they had to do to survive in a situation that was harsh at that particular time. Number one, most of the men that took that fight and will fight, stood up and did much as they can and died for what they believe in. Some of them just say, look here, I'm going in with the flow. I got family, and I got to respect that there too. But the bottom line is that we made it through, and this is where we at now. Now, we are here in a situation where the opportunity is so open for everybody to unite, stick together, do what we need to do in order to get some type of stability within our community, Black community, Blacks from all different nations in the country, because we are all connected together, no matter where you at. We all went through the same shit, from Africa on goddamn down to Key West, the Cuba and the rest of them. We all went through the same thing. We can sit here and point fingers and blame each other for everything that happened in the past, when the main and only culprit that you can blame for all this shit is the European that created the chaos in the first place. The smoke screens is lifted. The veil is lifted. Truth is out there now. There's no goddamn opinions. These are facts. You know, people kill me. Everybody got their own opinion. The Bible is an opinion. You can interpret that motherfucker any way you want to. But facts are facts. We are all under the same spell. Even for you boule motherfucker that's sitting there just to get some money to look important for the enemy. We gotta stop that.
It would create that. Soul food, pig intestines, pig feet.
So the slaves used to eat.
The slop that their masters gave them, like the dogs, what you would give your dogs, that's what they ate. And that became part of what we ate. So you say that's our culture. Come on, don't do us like that. Yeah. I understand you play devil's advocate, but nobody in this world have been done like the person, not the African. See, that's what people forget. It was a small portion of Africans who was transported over here and was made to be slaves. It was a small portion. The rest was created and bred. They had slave forms, but they bred this because slavery, international slavery, was only legal for a small amount of time before the world said, no, stop this. So America kept saying, fuck y'all, we ain't finna stop this. They started making slaves, right? So the first generation of Africans who came over here to be slaves, they wasn't Negroes. They was Africans. The ones who was born from the Africans, right? The ones who was forced to have sex and sleep with this one, those that was born on this land under slavery, into slavery, they were Negroes. Them were black people. Them was Negroes. They was called. Come on. Shut up. Fuck you doing around here? They didn't have a name. So those people never thought to go back to Africa. They didn't know no language. So we those seeds. We are not African seeds. We are not. We don't have no African bloodline other than.
I'm gonna go ahead and end this real quick because that's what's wrong with people now. The ignorance. Ignorance. You know, why a lot of black people now trying to understand or why they trying to cut themselves off from Africa? We all brothers and sisters. So, you know, you act like the only ever ancestors that came over here like they never been to Africa before. I'm talking about ancestors that came over millions of years like they never was in that vicinity before. And see, here's another thing that people don't never bring to the table. Africa wasn't its original name as we called it from my indigenous side. Because the indigenous people use the indigenous name of a country that they know indigenously. Not something that was renamed by the European, and that's what we now call it. Even the name itself is not as old as the landmass and the people that was on it as well. So when people utilize these particular subjects to try to speak on, most of the time I feel like they're not using common sense, but using a point that they feel separate. Number one, your enemy did you or did us the way they did for the simple fact, if you do not know the source of where you come from, then you will look at them as an enemy. So the same people that will have your back and that will always stand up for you, now you're trying to side with your oppressor that your brothers is now an enemy. That's like on some paranoid crack shit. Just because they lived over in that landmass and we growed up over here, that don't mean that we're not connected. They divided us. If you know, African people got treated the same way American people was treated. In Congo, they cut your legs off and did the same. So if they did us like this over here in America, you don't think they were doing them like that as well? You don't think they were doing that same thing in Jamaica, breaking niggas? You don't think they were doing that same thing in Cuba and everywhere they laid their hands on? You don't think they done that? Nigga, we all connected. We were all separated and we all lost our identity. Being named on a landmass that was renamed by the same Europeans who colonized it is just the name of what island you come from. Jamaica stand for where they at. What was the original name of Jamaica? I don't know. Google it. All the names from Trinidad all had other names. All had ancestral names. All had indigenous names. These landmasters was took over by Europeans. Try to remember that. Why you think they changed our language? Why you think we only know one? These was intentional things that they did in order to erase from memory who you are connected with. And I don't know why there's so many black people on today's social media arguing that fact that they are not African and African is not American. And that is the most stupidest thing to even argue about, because two people that been enslaved in two continents that been cut off from each other. So you don't know where the fuck you from. Just like you say you don't know your culture, what the motherfucker, that's what they did intentionally. Just because we see their culture, they had to live the same way they see our culture. And what we giving them. Nigga popping them tags, and that's the reason why India Irie said that shit. Because these crackers got y'all niggas programmed for the bread. Got you writing raps about dumb shit. Pop that pussy, bitch, and that. Cussing each other out. Making hits on each other. Threatening each other live. Talking straight bullshit. Disrespecting each other. Disrespecting women. Disrespecting your mom and your people in your neighborhood and community. And guess what? While you making all that motherfucking money, disrespecting your people, disrespecting yourself, disrespecting your gift, everybody else is losing. And the white people right there that backing you, or the nigga that's who what they call it, your handler, everybody getting bread. And only people hurting from the stuff that you're doing is the people that listen to it. When NDRE say words have power, it has power. It has power to make people do shit. It can have power to move you in a positive direction, and then it can have power to move you in a negative direction. It can have power in order to stimulate your mind and give you the growth and help you elevate, and it can have power to get to your low frequency and motherfucking sink you down to the bottom. Regardless of however that power is used, we have the power to change things. The same thing, utilize word with pray. You know, they say pray. You know, pray got two meanings. When you pray to something, you pray. You praying on somebody as well. Because you asking somebody else to do something that you know you can do for yourself. Because it's already in you. We have that power speaking into existence. That's why he gave us to be connected to the earth, to move that energy, to move what you say, to understand and feel that power within. Everything that you need is inside. But you have to take the veil off and understand we are all a connected spirit. There's no one like us. No matter what part of the earth we are the most smartest, intelligent, beautiful, and strong people. The only thing that's harming us is the fucking mindset that our colonizers implanted in you and got you out of bounds and out of your mind. Come back to the mind that God has given you from the beginning. And I promise you, everyone, things will change. We have the capacity to change everything by unifying. And I hope whoever got this far to listen to what I'm saying, I love you. And I know that you're someone that is very intrigued about change, and you're a brother or sister, whoever you are. Thank you. Let's work. Let's do this. Let's change. Let the people see how abundantly, and not in the financial aspect, but as a spiritual aspect on how collectively things will start to change and things will get better for everyone. And then you'll realize why they looked upon us as gods. But not in the God aspect at these, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Much love. Please share me with your friends. And make sure you check out my next video. Peace out.